Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is another watch which I can say I proudly own, and it's an Indian brand called HMT, and which is formerly known as Hindustan Machine Tools Limited, which is actually a state-owned holding company under the Ministry of Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises in India. The company's wholly owned subsidiaries includes HMT Machine Tools Limited and HMT International Limited. HMT also holds a majority stake in Praga Tools Limited. In its heyday, HMT Watches was one of the largest suppliers of wristwatches in India, and the company was actually closed in 2016, largely due to the mismanagement, which kind of led to heavy losses. And in the same year, the government of India also shut down HMT Chinar Watches Limited, HMT Bearings, and HMT Tractors. So HMT Machine Tools still manufactures industrial machines and tools with a workforce of around 2,500 and 6 manufacturing units situated in Bangalore, which is their mother unit. Kochi, Hyderabad they have 2 units, Pinjore and Ajmer. They mostly serve India's defense, government and education institution. Regarding for those people who doesn't know much of the brand, I'll give you a brief idea about the history of HMT. So HMT, as I said, or rather known as Hindustan Machine Tools, was incorporated in the year 1953 by the Government of India, as a machine tool manufacturing company, and over the years, HMT diversified into watches, tractors, printing machinery, metal forming presses, die casting and plastic processing machinery, CNS systems, bearings, etc. They are headquartered in Bangalore, or right now known as Bengaluru, and the technology was actually absorbed in all product groups through collaborations with world-renowned manufacturers, and which kind of strengthened their continuous in-house R&D. So today HMT consists of 6 subsidiaries under the ambit of a holding company, which also manages the tractor business directly. And HMT kind of took over Praga Tools Limited as one of its subsidiaries in the year 1988, I believe. And the Praga Tools Limited was established in May of 1943 as Praga Tools Corporations Limited, which to manufacture tools with its headquarters at Hyderabad, and it is renamed as Praga Tools Limited in 1963. So it was mainly involved in manufacturing of goods, including machine tools and CNG machines. So coming towards the watch division of HMT, it was during the year 1961 HMT started up manufacturing watches unit at the Bangalore in collaboration with Citizen Watch Companies, Japan. And the first batch of hand-worn wristwatches manufactured was released by the then Prime Minister of India, Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru, and the most popular mechanical hand-worn watch is the HMT Janata. There are also other mechanical watches like HMT Pilot, HMT Jalak, which is semi-skeleton, and HMT Sona and HMT Braille. Braille is actually this HMT Braille is actually targeted by HMT for blind people. And in the year 1972, HMT kind of expanded its watch manufacturing capacity, which actually was set up alongside the Bangalore factory to manufacture additional watches. And by the year 1975, the watch factories at Bangalore was further expanded to manufacture mainspring, hairspring, shock absorber components, etc. So HMT kind of set up additional manufacturing facilities to provide watch component sets at Tumkur and Ranibagh in the year 1978 and 85 respectively. So the watch factory at Tumkur was actually converted to manufacture quartz analog watches, which also was in collaboration with Citizen Watch Company in Japan. And so to kind of to cater the niche market, specialized watch case manufacturing was also set up in Bangalore in the year 1983. Since 1985, the HMT watches has been involved in making floral clocks, solar clocks, international clocks, and tower clocks. The most popular among them is the garden clock in Bangalore. And the year around 2000, HMT Watches business group was restructured as HMT Watches Limited, which is the wholly owned subsidiary of HMT Limited. So in kind of September 2014, the government of India kind of decided to shut down HMT operations in a kind of phased manner. By the late 2016, the website for HMT watches was pulled down. This would soon prove to be a temporary move, as then there kind of arose a newfound demand for mechanical hand-wound watches and automatic watches made by the company, both in India and overseas. This sudden increase in demand was due to the part of the appearance of pre-owned HMT watches on online platforms such as eBay, where they have been sold at prices several times higher than recent retail prices. Moreover, there has been a new growing interest in Indian watches such as HMTs and Titan overseas ever since the watch review channel started reviewing them on YouTube. And the HMT watch website was functioning again by the end of 2019. Although a notification was put up to inform online visitors that the HMT watches would now only be sold online and company-owned showrooms. So what happened is in the year in September of 2016, as I said, government of India closed some divisions of HMT watches, HMT, which is the Watches, Bearings, Tractors, and Chinar Watches Limited. And the main reason was that the company was kind of making losses for decades. Like for example, during the year 2012-13, the company had made a loss of around 242 crores with a revenue of just 11 crores. So in contrast, the competitor, that's their one of their major competitor was the Titan, which is owned by Tata. And the Titan's watch business reported sales of around 1,600 plus crores during the same year. So the government kind of tried restructuring it in 1999 so as to improve its finances, but the company still continued to make losses. So while in the 1980s, several new companies entered the market with newer designs and more modern production techniques. So HMT is said to have been hobbled by slow decision making, and they were unable to compete with the advancements in the horology field. So the machine tools division of HMT in Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Kochi are still operational and kind of catering to the industrial and defense sector of India and abroad. So right now the government of India is mulling to take over HMT by Ordnance Factory Brown. So that's the brief kind of rather a 5 to 10 minutes presentation regarding the brand HMT, for those who you don't know. So this is the HMT's sorry, I'll get to the automatic 21 joules watch, and yeah, there's not this. I don't think anyone you don't need a better explanation regarding the brand. So this is a 38 watch with a leg width of 22 this is called the Jubilee bracelet. It's dual tone, it's automatic. as date this thing. Wait, let me just point it 1 second. Let's see. Now it's working perfectly actually. See, I kind of love this watch. I do have various other HMT watches also, which I would be uploading soon actually. This is one of my first HMT watches. I'll show you a 360 of the watch. It's an automatic watch. Its reference number is 650193. It's shock resistant, water resistant. It's made of stainless steel. It has a 30 meter water resistant. It's 21 joules, and once fully charged, you get around 36 hours of power reserve. It's a daily or a formal watch, and it's still, even though the crazy thing about this watch is there were times in which people kind of who doesn't know the brand or seeing the watch from afar, they kind of misjudge this watch as a Rolex presidential watch or something like that. I don't know which Rolex, but they do kind of wrongly think this is a Rolex watch. I had a lot of fun wearing this watch, and I still do wear it, but some certain watches just don't get that much amount of wrist time, unfortunately. So that's all about this HMT watch.